Hey everybody, Jenny Fenning here. How are you? Welcome to today's live stream training. It's all about creating more time by mastering your calendar, aka becoming a time ninja. I've been doing these weekly live streams on my Facebook page. I call them Jam with Jenny for a few weeks now. I don't remember how long it's been happening, but I'm pumped. I'm excited to be with you. And I'm actually called to share a message with you in Oracle. So I want to kind of plug in, let those of you who are coming live get here live. Just pulling up my my situation over here. Here's my situation. I like to pull it up on my Facebook page to make sure everything is smooth and happening and all this. Hi, Lorraine. I'm excited to talk to you in a bit. Thank you. I know. I love my hair too. Okay, cool. So we're in good shape. So I want to keep this super focused about mastering time because I've got a hard stop because my girl Lorraine, she's one of my clients. Her and I have a coaching call today. So I am going to be very efficient in delivering this message to you today. And before I even do, like I wasn't going to do it, but I saw my card sitting there and I was like, y'all, I want to pull a card. I want to pull a card. So here's my Oracle card deck. I am a spiritual woman on a mission and I work with Oracle cards. Right now I've been working with this great deck called Sacred Rebels. So, oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. Here's the message for us today. Number 35, conscious connections, conscious connections, conscious connections. So take that in. Take that in. Hey, Sabriel. Hey, Jen. Conscious connections. So I will wait. I'll see the time I have at the end because I am mastering my time, right? I'm mastering my calendar. I'm mastering this beautiful gift that we have, which is time. So I'll see what time I have at the end to share the message from the Oracle card deck. But yes, conscious connection. So today we are consciously connecting around this concept of time. I hear so much from people who, you know, want to work with me or they do work with me in certain programs that they don't have enough time. Okay. And some of them, like I had a conversation recently with an amazing woman who I had worked with in a program. I recently met her at a retreat and she's moving forward into my mastermind. And her concern was like, I already have so much on my plate. I don't have time. And so I was really clear with her about how we're going to approach that because the struggle is real, isn't it? I have 3 kids. I homeschooled 2 of them. Some days are harder than others on that. Yesterday was a shit show. Just going to be real with you. Today was glorious. Today was glorious. Today was like, this is why we do it. And so every day I'm figuring out how the heck to use these 24 hours in a day to the best of my ability so that I can move this mission forward. I can move this family forward. I can move my soul forward and feel good in my body. Okay. And I have a few things that I want to convey in this live stream today. Before I do, first off, do you say to yourself that there's just not enough hours in the day to get it all done? Do you struggle with time? Like, is the struggle real for you? If so, just type yes. I want to know what we're dealing with. You know, is this something that you grapple with of like, oh my God, the time, how am I going to get it all done? I'm stressed out. I'm feeling just kind of bound up, tied. The pressure's on. You're kind of doing like a half-assed job on certain things because you just don't feel like there's enough time, and that you often feel that when it comes to business, you're not sure what to focus on because there's just so much coming at you, and then you could just look at your Facebook news feed and that could be your day, right? So great to hear your comments. Yeah, so I'm feeling like this is definitely something that you deal with, that you struggle with. And this definitely has been me. I will tell you though, from an early age that I understood this concept of time. It might have something to do with the fact that my sister died when I was a teenager. And so I learned a very early lesson that said, we don't automatically just get all the time in the world to do all the things that we want to do. And we may be 12 years old when we take our last breath, like my sister was. I was 16 at that time. And so for me, I think that does have a role in me being like a fucking ninja when it comes to time. And I am a ninja. And I'm proud of that, okay? When I was in my 20s and I landed a big job in the public relations industry in New York City, I was so good at mastering time and being organized around it that I was asked by the company to lead time management workshops for like the whole company. And I'm one of the youngest women there, and that was my thing. And so I really was exploring this, like, what is time? How can we use it to our advantage? How can we get all the things done that are important to us and still have gas in the tank for the other stuff, like for our soul, for our health, for our family, all of it. So I'm guessing those of you here, you have a mission, you have a business, or you're working on getting it off the ground, and you want to do right by the mission. You want to be able to like not fucking forget that you have a family or that you have other things that you want to do. So you have 3 priorities when growing your business. All right, take this in. 3 priorities. Priority number 1 is your spiritual relationship. This is priority number 1. And I say priority number 1, I'm just going to say it first because I think it is the root of what we do. But these are all very important, these 3 priorities. The spiritual relationship we spoke about a few days ago. I did a live stream called Money is Not Your Supply. Many of you were watching that. If you haven't, go back. You can see it on my Facebook page, Money is Not Your Supply. Money comes from source. Abundance comes from source. So is it a surprise that one of our priorities is your spiritual relationship? It should not be a surprise. A spiritual relationship of your own understanding. This is in your court. Ball's in your court on this. Figure out what it is. For me, it's not a religious thing. It is a deeply connected truth that we are all one. This is our planet to heal together. We are all in this together. When things happen, it's like, I come to laugh about it. It's just like, of course. And there's other things that make me want to cry and get angry. A lot of what's happening in this whole like Me Too movement. I mean, I have some major stuff coming to the surface around that. But again, I can see it from a soul lens. What is the implication on my mission as a result of this experience? All right. That's a little side note. But a spiritual relationship, you need to be cultivating that every single day. And what's up, Aubrey and Ruth and Kristen and Casey? Thanks so much for being here. And please chime in, share your experiences, and questions that come up, I'll do my best to get to them live. And whatever I don't have time for, I'll loop back and comment on some stuff later. Because I've got a hard stop today, some client work to do, and then I am hopping on a train to New York City. I have a dinner tonight with some really awesome friends and colleagues in this whole online coaching, transformational teaching space. And then tomorrow night, I'll be at Denise Duffield Thomas's event, Money Mindset event in New York City. So I have a really cool, like 36 hours ahead of me, 2 days, if you will. I'm really pumped. And that's me being a fucking ninja with my time. Is that worth my time? Yes, it is. Is that worth me leaving home for a bit, coordinating that with my husband? Yes, it is, because I know where it's going to take me as a leader. I know where it can take my business. I know the relationships that I'm going to build as a result of me heading back to my old stomping grounds of New York City. So spiritual relationship, priority, priority, priority. Money generating activities, another priority. These are also called MGAs or RGAs. Money generating activities or revenue generating activities. Do you know what your revenue generating activities are? For me, going to be on this trip is a revenue generating activity. Revenue will flow as a result of me getting on that train, staying in a hotel room tonight. I'm really pumped. I got this awesome hotel. All my regular hotels were like booked. It was crazy. I usually stay at Starwood hotels and I'm like, there must be a convention with every Starwood executive and employee in the whole wide world because every Starwood hotel was booked. Like, it was wild. So I was like, I got to get another hotel. So I found a great hotel that I'm really pumped about, and I've stayed there in the past, and it's like, I feel like I'm this new woman going there this time, which there's something very cool about that. So me going to New York is a revenue generating activity. I'm going to be building relationships with leaders in this space. We're going to be talking about where the industry is going, how we can help each other to help our people in a deeper way. So that is definitely a revenue generating activity. Tomorrow, I have a call scheduled with a prospect for my mastermind, Glow. Prospect calls, also called, discovery calls, enrollment conversations, sales calls. I mean, call them what you want. The root is it's an opportunity for you to connect with somebody who can benefit from your work and really feel in to if you're going to move forward together or not. Okay. In my business, those calls are absolutely revenue generating activities. And I'm guessing for those of you who are in the coaching, consulting, teaching space, that those calls are revenue generating activities for you as well. If you haven't started doing these calls yet, you can. I have a lot of clients who I've helped get off the ground. This is definitely a focus for those who've gone through my coaching school or who will go through my coaching school. P.S. Our next class starts in January of 2018. You can go to coachtrainingschool.com and get on that wait list. And I'll be turning up the heat on enrollments for that like later on this calendar year. Right now, I'm enrolling for my mastermind Glow. And this is for those of you who want to take your mission to that next level. You want to create your thing. You want to get it out there, get more people enrolled in your creations, right? In your program, in your retreat. You want to launch a podcast. You're ready to get your book out there. You're ready to help more people. Maybe it's just, some deeper private client work. You want to raise your prices. You want to make more money. You want to have regular $10,000 a month revenue months, or $20,000 months, or $50,000 months. Like, it is your call, but you have to make decisions on how you're being positioned out in the market and who you're talking to. You can't try to sell your services to people who don't believe that they can afford to invest in themselves through your offers, okay? So what are your money generating activities? Get clear on that. Maybe it's live streaming, like I'm doing right now. Live streaming absolutely leads to money for me because I'm connecting, right? Remember the card we picked? Conscious connections. I am consciously connecting with you. This is something I love to do. I'm not doing this because it's a marketing strategy. I love to do it. I was craving more of this kind of connection earlier this year. I've been doing a podcast for 2 years now, which is awesome, but I was wanting more of this live interaction. I want to see you show up. I want to be able to call you out by name. Hi, Susan. Hi, Heather. I like this stuff. This is connective to me. I like your feedback. I like your energy. Send over emojis, like tell me what's up with you, okay? So this is a money generating activity for me. Leading my retreats are money generating activities for me. Because I know, depending on how they're positioned and how they're timed, those who are with me live want to keep going with me because they see who I am as a leader and they see what's possible for themselves. When I am engaged in like a webinar, some kind of launch strategy, that is a money generating activity for me. Facebook ads, although I have to put money out for them up front, those generate cash for me because I know my offers are solid. You see? So I want you to get clear on what your money generating activities are. If you're not, guess what? I can help you. My Mastermind Glow, you're going to hear me talking about it big time because our applications close this Friday and I'm not going to shut the hell up until we're complete, and our group isn't complete yet. So go to glowmastermind.com if you're like, what's she talking about? And just let's go. Let's go. Look at the page, click the button to apply and step forward. I don't want you to be afraid to come and work with me. It should be like a healthy fear of like, oh my God, Jenny's going to stretch me. I'm not here to stress you. I'm here to stretch you. Okay. The final priority, I have 3 priorities. Remember, you've got spiritual relationship, money generating activities, and current clients. Current clients. That should be like a no-brainer, honestly, but I get a little pissed about this sometimes because it seems like some coaches, I'm just going to just call out this industry with love and like, hey, where can we do better? That sometimes coaches are so into the lifestyle and like, look at me and look at my new bag and look at this thing. And there's nothing wrong with like earning money and having a great life as a result of this transformational work that we're doing. But don't forget to serve your clients. You need to be committed to customer service. You need to be committed to showing up for your people. I was talking to somebody recently and they were sharing with me, they were working with this coach, and it was a huge stretch for her, huge. With where she was in her business in terms of like financially what she was investing to work with this coach. And then she confided in me that the coach hadn't showed up for 2 of the calls. And I'm like, what? Excuse me? And she shared again, like, yeah, she didn't show up for 2 of them. And she said it was like, a scheduling snafu. Was like, maybe 1 time's a scheduling snafu. Let's give the person the benefit of the doubt. But 2 times scheduling snafu, I call bullshit on that. Okay. If you are bringing clients in and you are doing this deep work with them, you've got to show up for them. There are no excuses around that. Get your freaking calendar together and be organized. Take this seriously. Be a professional. Don't be doing your calls like on your yacht drinking freaking champagne. Like, sit and do the work. Do the work. Honor the person who is coming forward to do this deep work with you. You have a responsibility here. I get super fired up about this in the coaching space. That's why I have a whole school dedicated to training coaches, because there's honestly a lot of coaches out here who just think it's this game and they're not really committed to doing that deep work. It's not just one giant party. It is a freaking practice, and we need to be willing to do the hard, deep work. And a lot of that is simply showing up for our clients. So you got to show up for your clients. You've got to, really hold them to their commitments. You got to help hold them accountable. And you got to make sure that you are in there shining light on the goals that they've set for themselves. You need to let them know when they are getting in their own way, when they aren't doing what they said they were going to do. Like, this is where the fakers are separated from the seasoned professionals, those who are going to be in this for the long haul. I have been here for almost 10 years. I've seen a lot of people come and go. I see a lot, and they've got energy, and I also will see a sense of like immaturity to the work. And that's not a judgment. It's simply an observation. You can be young and still have a maturity to you. So I want you to really like dig in deep and understand what your priorities are, because that's going to help you manage your time better. Okay. The other area that I want to walk you through today is this whole concept of chunking your time. Chunking your time. This is something that definitely comes up during my Mastermind Glow. Something we give. Let me see if I can just show you right here. All of our clients in Glow get this planner and action guide. We're kind of doing a redesign for this next round, but the intention is the same, where we're looking at, let's see here. Everyone will be able to fill in their entire month, okay? And you're putting down like your big kind of stakes in the ground. Like, what is it that you are breathing life into on a particular month? And then each week you can break it down. You're going to break down, what are your moves? What are you doing for sacred self-care? What are your mission critical tasks? What's important but not necessarily mission critical? You need to understand mission critical, and you need to understand that your responsibility is to the mission, and that is going to help you make some really hard decisions that you're going to need to make daily in order to keep your mission alive. That's right. So Lorraine says time chunking works. It absolutely does. And so the 3 categories I use are working in my business, which is the current clients, right? Working on my business, which is often like the money generating activities that are like, I'm looking from a larger lens. I'm kind of doing strategic planning, and I'm like, all right, what's coming down the pike for the rest of the 4th quarter, and how are we going to start Q1 of 2018? Those are when I'm working on the business. I have a different viewpoint. Maybe I'm writing new like copy for my website, or I am looking at, getting new photos taken, kind of new energy, new branding. Maybe I'm having conversations with potential partners, right? Affiliate partners, that kind of thing. That's me working on the business. And so that's the 2nd category. And then the 3rd category is free time. It's free time. That's you exercising, spending time with your family, going on vacation, cooking, just being outside in nature, reading a book that isn't, business related, taking a bath, sacred self-care, all of it. And as I'm going through this, I'm like, holy crap, I think those 3 priorities that I went through and the 3 areas of chunking the time, I think they're connected. Do you all? Free time, spiritual relationship, that spills over to everything that I do, to be honest. My work is deeply spiritual. I keep a card on my desk that has been ripped by a cat or a kid, I don't know which one, but it says, God, whoever will be blessed by this work, please send them our way. So this is something that I do in my business. I don't really separate out like spiritual relationship to be, only free time. Like that to me is all just everywhere. Every breath I take is me and my spiritual relationship, right? Guiding me forward. But I want you to grasp these whole identities of the time chunking. And I want you to commit to saying, okay, I'm going to work with clients. Like for me, I tend to work with clients Tuesday and Wednesday afternoons. That's pretty much it. When I'm in enrollment periods, like I'm in enrollment for my mastermind right now, I'll have some more times on my schedule open so I can talk to prospects who are interested in getting the support for me and this container of my mastermind that I've been running since 2011 in different forms, okay? So I'll kind of open up more space because I'll need to accommodate the energy that is potentially coming into this business, okay? But typically I'm working with clients Tuesday and Wednesday afternoons. And I'm also batching my tasks. So for instance, when I record for my podcast, I'll do that on 1 or 2 afternoons per month. And I'll get all of my podcast episodes dialed in and ready to go. And we'll have content for several months because I blocked off 2 afternoons on my calendar in 1 month. The idea is you don't want to be all over the map with how you are showing up. Your energy gets scattered. It gets like splintered. You're not as powerful and as aligned as you could be, you see? And so I want you to play with this. Can you batch all of your admin stuff? Can you have all your client calls on like a certain number of days a week? Can you have your prospect calls on, certain times where it's like, you've got this time or this time? And you're going to play with this. You're going to evolve. It's going to look different 5 years from now than it does today. But the idea is that you have to value your time. You have got to be a freaking ninja. And Connie, you're welcome. You're welcome for that example. You've got to be a ninja. And the ninja is around you having this larger vision for where it's all going. What is this mission that you have said yes to? This vision piece is certainly at the heart of what we do in my Mastermind Glow. We attract visionaries, and often visionaries have a harder time with systems. They have a harder time with sometimes asking for help and being able to put down the tasks that are going to lead to the realization and the manifestation of vision. And so what we do in my mastermind, this is a tip for you all too, is that each client comes up with her strategic plan. It's a spiritually connected strategic plan to help you make your mission real in the world, make that vision real in the world. And then I put my eyes on all those strategic plans and I give you specific feedback. The thing I love about Glow is it's not just a giant group program. I don't know who you are. Like, I'm really up there in your business and I'm helping you because I'm committed to doing this work with women of your caliber. The thing with the strategic plan is you want to reverse engineer your goals. So let's say you really want to lead a retreat in the next 6 months. You want to have $20,000 months. Okay, well, how are we going to get there? How are we going to reverse out to get you to that end goal? And how are we putting that spiritual relationship as a priority, sacred self-care, because it all matters. This is how I do what I do. I want to give you also a resource. This is a schedule tool that I have. It's something that you can get this blank template. It's like a schedule template. And you can, once you opt in, I just put it there, jennyfenning.com/schedule. You'll also get access to my a blog post that I wrote about time chunking and task bashing. So you can go to jennyfennick.com/schedule. I put that thing together a few years back. The blog post is a few years old, but it's still super solid because this is an area that I protect with my life because I do not tolerate people wasting my time. Just don't do it. I can lose money and I can recoup that money, but I'll never be able to recoup my time, and neither will you. You get it? Time is your most valuable asset in the whole wide world. Ask anybody whose days are numbered. They have, a health situation and they know that the end of their life is coming, or, they're just realizing that this particular point in time has ended, and like, oh my gosh, if I could get that time back. We will never get time back. And so you've got to be a fucking ninja. And I'm just dropping the F-bomb because I have to. I see way too many women giving it away. I used to too. I've learned it was that whole idea where people like won't value you if you just keep giving your stuff away. So it's like, no, I know absolutely if someone is serious or not. Are they willing to like do the work and show up? I can't drag somebody over the finish line. You have to be able to like just do it. Like just put on your cape, put on your Wonder Woman shield and freaking do it. This isn't really that hard, but some women make it hard. And so I'm asking you to show up, be bold, be brave, get gutsy, and do the damn thing. Sabrielle, thanks for your question. Glow starts on November 8th, 11/8/17. November 8th, it's a Wednesday. We will travel through 6 months together. It's going to be extraordinary. We do fill by application. Applications will close this Friday. And so it is time for y'all to dig deep and ask yourself, where do you want to be at this time next year? And if what you're doing right now isn't helping you get closer to those goals that you have for your business, for your family, for your soul, for all the adventures that you want to go on, then it's time to make a change. It is time to make a change. So glowmastermind.com is where you can get the info on Glow. I'm going to answer Jen Schwab's question right now. And then any other cues, let me know. I'll come back. I'm going to hop on a coaching call with one of my clients in a moment and then head out to New York. All right. Did this thing? Okay. Are we still here? My calendar gave me a notification. Do I need to be an established coach to be in Glow? Does the coaching schools train how to coach or how to run a coaching biz? Yes, if you're just like, I don't even know like what I'm doing yet and I want to be a coach, but I don't really know what that means, then my coaching school would be the best move for you, Jen, and you can go to coachtrainingschool.com and get on our wait list. We will start opening enrollment for that in November. And so you want to get on that. I'm going to do some cool stuff to like get some amazing new women in our doors at Coach Training School. But if you already know, like, this is my thing, some of my Glow clients have come through Coach Training School and they're like, okay, I'm ready to go now, Jenny. If you have your thing that you want to get out into the world and you want space and support and community and coaching, then Glow is for you. I'll know, like, if you're just like, I don't know, I've already trained to become a coach, or I have this thing and it's not far along yet, but I already know what my thing is, then apply for Glow. And I'll be honest with you if I feel like it's for you, or if Coach Training School is going to be a better fit for you. I'd love to have the opportunity to serve those of you who feel called to work with me. And the key is I want you to really master your time. So I'm not going to have the chance to read the description of Conscious Connections, but I'll aim to get back on live stream before apps close and tell you what this means, okay? In the meantime, just take it in, ask yourself what kind of conscious connections you want to have in 2017 and beyond. And if being a part of a container like Glow calls out to you, then you know what to do. glowmastermind.com. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for the question, Jen. Yeah, totally. Look at Glow Mastermind. There's a lot of FAQs on there, and I'm happy to review your application and let you know what I think is the best next move for you. All right, everybody, have a wonderful rest of your day and go out there and do the damn thing. Go do it. Go do it. Stop asking for permission and go now. Love y'all. Bye.